Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, to keep you posted on absolutely everything, because there are many stories, many updates to give you as always, as every single day, and so ready for it together. And today guys, let me start by the updates we have from Madrid, because every single day we are here, every single day we are updating you. Real Madrid have been very busy with new signings, so many new signings: Bernardo Silva, Cucurella, Konate, Dumfries, new coach, Jose Mourinho, president re-elected, Florentino Perez, but Real Madrid are always a big topic. And today I wanted to clarify something about a top talent, like Nico, one of the best players in Serie A in the recent years, doing fantastic at Como. Real Madrid have a buyback clause this summer and also a buyback clause next summer, 2027, so Real Madrid are in total control of the situation. And so what's happening with Nico? Real Madrid were considering for a long time, since January already, and even in the recent weeks, to bring back Nico. So activate the buyback clause and bring back Nico to the club. Then, when Jose Mourinho arrived and when Real Madrid also signed Bernardo Silva, Nico communicated to Real Madrid his desire, his intention to stay at Como. The message from Nico was not negative for Real Madrid, was not rejecting Real Madrid, was just saying as a concept something like, let me stay at Como one more season, let me play Champions League as a crucial player for Como. So basically Nico at Como had almost 50 games guaranteed as number 10, as star of the squad, one of the best players in the league. At Real Madrid, a lot of competition and maybe less space. So this was the message to Real Madrid. What happened? That now Real Madrid are seriously considering to let Nico stay at Como, but in order to make it happen, Real Madrid are proposing Como to restructure the deal. Something like, let's do the deal again. We buy back the player and we sell you the player on a permanent transfer. On different conditions, of course. Como are not happy with that. Como say, we already have a deal in place. So if you want to let us continue with the player, buy back him in summer 2027 for 10 million euros rather than restructuring the deal now. So this is the issue between the two clubs. Next week, there will be a direct contact between Real Madrid and Como, probably a meeting, from what I'm told, in order to try resolve this Nico situation. A direct conversation. Remember one thing, Real Madrid are in total control of the situation for one reason. The Nico, even if his desire is to stay at Como, Nico signed an official contract with Real Madrid. So it's Real Madrid deciding what they are going to do. This is the point of the situation. More to say on Real Madrid, since Marco Cucurella signed from Chelsea in that exclusive, surprising deal, it's important to mention also that Real Madrid made two decisions on left backs. Álvaro Carreras, one of the players that was discussed with Chelsea, because Chelsea had an interest in Carreras, but never sending any bid, never advancing. Carreras was part of the list, but never a priority. Now, what's important to mention is that Real Madrid internal decision as of today might change. There is a lot of time before the end of the window, but as of today, the intention of Real Madrid is very clear, and is to keep Álvaro Carreras as the backup for Marco Cucurella. So the idea of Real Madrid and Jose Mourinho is Cucurella starting left back, Álvaro Carreras backup option. Fran Garcia to leave the club. Fran Garcia has an offer from Betis. There are more clubs interested, and so Fran Garcia could really leave Real Madrid in the summer transfer window. So that's the situation. Then more to mention guys also on midfielders. I want to focus on midfielders because many of you keep asking me, Sandro Tonali, Tottenham, Manchester City, many links, many rumors. Guys, my exclusive story few days ago, this week, out of nowhere on this channel was Sandro Tonali, Tottenham. Tottenham are working on a deal for Sandro Tonali. Tottenham are aware of the player being open to joining. Tottenham are working on a deal for Sandro Tonali. That was my message, and that remains my message. I'm talking about Tonali and Tottenham. I keep telling you about Tonali and Tottenham. Should anything change, I will come here and update you. But as of today, we are entering into the weekend. I keep telling you, Sandro, Tonali and Tottenham. Tottenham and Sandro Tonali. Wanted by Roberto De Zerbi, in talks, so deal on. Tottenham, Sandro Tonali. That's the understanding, that's the story. Then, more to mention after this Tonali story is also about Matheus Fernandes. Because in this situation, there are two clubs pushing from England and an idea from Spain. He's an idea for Real Madrid because Matheus Fernandes is Portuguese. and Jose Mourinho indicate his name as one of the options considered in midfield by Real Madrid. We said about Enzo and more players, but Matheus Fernandes is another name mentioned by Jose Mourinho 10 days ago in that meeting Tuesday night last week, not this week, in Madrid with the most important people in Real Madrid management team. But from England, the clubs are way more aggressive financially. They want to do the deal as soon as possible. My understanding is that Manchester United are pushing in talks with the agent of the player and are also pushing in talks with West Ham to try find a solution. So Manchester United are on it. They also have an interest in Crescencio Somerville, the winger from West Ham. So Man United keep asking about Somerville and keep working on a deal for Matheus Fernandes. Tottenham, in a separate story from Tonali, are in conversations with the agent of Matheus Fernandes. Tottenham made direct contact with the agent of the player, and so Tottenham have an interest in Matheus Fernandes. Now, let's see what's going to happen, because Tottenham are calling, Manchester United are negotiating, Tottenham are very focused on Sandro Tonali, but as I told you, Matheus Fernandes is a separate story. So that's the situation as of now. And then, don't forget that Manchester United are also calling for Crescencio Somerville over the recent days and weeks. Closing on wingers, guys, let me mention Yan Diomande. After Liverpool had a bid rejected for 100 million euros, 90 plus 10, rejected immediately by Leipzig, the intention of Leipzig remains to try keep the player. Leipzig really want to try keep the player, offer a new contract, give a better salary, put a release clause, go wherever you want in summer 2027. This is what Red Bull Leipzig are offering to Diomande. On the other side, the player is really tempted by the opportunity to leave now, after the World Cup, find a new club and go immediately. So it's a 50-50 situation in this moment. Liverpool had a bid rejected, but are expected to return. Liverpool really want Diomande. Liverpool consider Diomande a top target. So they are expected to return to the table and try find a solution with Leipzig. Leipzig are also eventually believing that more clubs could join the race because Diomande is doing fantastic at the World Cup. The debut game was fantastic. And so Liverpool, but also don't forget that Paris Saint-Germain also have an interest in the player. So it's going to be a crazy summer, guys, in terms of wingers. Also, don't forget the name of Bradley Barcola for Liverpool. Don't forget him. So several movements, several stories, as always, keeping you updated on all of these players here on the channel and tomorrow on much more. Remember, guys, to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your opinion. Yan Diomande, Liverpool or not? Sandro Tonali, this Tottenham story. Matheus Fernandes, Man United or Tottenham? Crescencio Somerville, what do you believe about this idea? And then Nico, Real Madrid, Carreras, also the situation of Fran Garcia. Many movements, many stories. Guys, I wait for your opinion here in comments. And as always, see you here on the channel every day.